Hi there, Goldie Urquhart with Cooking with Goldie, and I'm working with Leslie today and using some of the Bond Cook products to show you some new recipes and maybe give you some ideas of how to use those products a little more. Uh, One of the things we were experimenting with was using the new 9 loaf tray. Here now, one of the things I love is everything comes out easy peasy. So I made mini meatloaves. Here, now these. And I had just covered them with plastic. I just wanted them in there in the freezer long enough till they froze all the way through. But I wanted these so that I could wrap them individually. These are raw, individually in plastic wrap and put them in a Ziploc bag. Suck out the air, and when we want meatloaf for dinner, I can just unwrap it, let it thaw out. It'll only take a couple hours to thaw out, and then I can just pop them in the oven. But I'm just showing you here how easy these come out. And then I'm going to show you my favorite meatloaf recipe that it's taken me years to get to the point where my husband said, "You finally did it." I mean, after being married over 17 years, and to finally hear "you finally did it" was music to my ears. Okay, now on this meatloaf, something that I did want to show you that's not going to make it go super fast is fast for recording, is my secret weapon. Here is the amazing burger seasoning from Amazing Taste. I had originally been introduced to this at Albertsons, but then they didn't carry it anymore, so I've been purchasing it online since then from amazingtaste.com. But anyway, I just use a half a package of the seasoning with my other spices for my meatloaf, and these spices are turmeric, tarragon, basil, salt, and black pepper, Worcestershire sauce, and then I also take a half a cup of chopped onion and a half a cup of celery chopped fine, and I saute it in a tablespoon of butter until it is tender. If you use raw in your meatloaf, it doesn't blend well, and it's like crunchy and doesn't get cooked all the way through. So I took 2 eggs and a tablespoon and a half of water. Whenever you're doing egg and you want the white and the yellow to blend and the yolk to blend really good, you need a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half of cold water. And then see how easy that blended? So when you're going to do French toast and that kind of stuff, it makes a huge difference. Well, I'm going to take all of my seasonings I was telling you about. It's got the burger seasoning, the salt, the pepper, all those other, and mix that in with the egg. And then we're going to put my Worcestershire sauce, and I'm liberal on Worcestershire sauce. There, with it, I only put about 2 tablespoons. That looks about right. There. And then I'm going to mix my breadcrumbs in with this, and this is going to have to sit for a minute because the breadcrumbs need to swell up and absorb all that liquid that's in there. So this is going to take a minute to thicken. It's much easier doing this all at once when you're going to be mixing this stuff. And then I never do this in a bowl. I always do it. Only there's some wax paper or a cookie sheet, and I put the wax paper on. And I use my hands. That's the only way. I can't do a spoon and mix this. It's got to be my hands to get it mixed good. Oh, this is 2 pounds of meat. If you're wanting to use that 9 loaf tray, 2 pounds in this recipe is perfect to make those perfect size mini meatloaves. And I want to get this mixed really good before I put in my spice, egg, and breadcrumb mixture. And something that I like to do is make up my meatloaf early, like during the beginning of the day, and then if I'm doing it in a loaf pan, I'm going to wrap it, shape it, wrap it in plastic wrap, and let those flavors marinate in the fridge, so you can get that really good flavor then in it. Okay. And it even makes those breadcrumbs and all that, having a little bit of moisture in there with the meat. It makes all that more flavorful.
So how did you make your breadcrumbs? Did you use crackers? How did they start?
At Fred Meyer. I bought the traditional plain breadcrumbs.
Okay.
I'm just going to mix this up. But I'm going to tell you, if you want good breadcrumbs too, you can take croutons and put those in your Echo Chop. And that will make you some pretty tasty breadcrumbs, especially since they make so many different flavors now in the croutons. I have been a bun cook, previously known as Damaro. I have been a fan from the first time I was introduced to it. Leslie, would you say about 5 years ago now?
Yep.
And I've just kept adding to what you have and experimenting with it. And my family loves it. In fact, in that big round mold, they make popcorn in that all the time. And I just take some olive oil and some butter and put it in there. And I buy the organic popcorn, put that in there, and put the octagonal bond mat over it, and microwave it until it seems done, or till the lid keeps coming off the top. And then I take the lid off, salt it. I love using the Himalayan pink sea salt. And then I let it cool. I let it cool so I can put it in a Ziploc bag and get rid of any of the unpopped kernels. And I have a snack there. Now tonight, since I was freezing those other mini meatloaves, we're going to have, because you know right now I got the scalloped potatoes in the oven, because we're doing a video fest here of food. I'm going to use the round mold. Now something that I did, it comes with 6 rounds. Each one holds 8 ounces. And I did something you're not supposed to do, because it's just Bruce and I here 90% of the time. So I cut off a section of just 2, and that ruined my warranty in doing that. But oh well, at least have the other 4 there with it. And so I'm going to go ahead and top this with what I always top my meatloaf with, and the family likes it. I'm just going to wipe off my hands here a second. Before I put this in the oven, I'm going to put some ketchup on the top, cover it with ketchup, and some salsa. I cover it, and it's just like the combination of those two. It's like one, you don't have one without the other. But the combination of the two is great. So anyway, I hope you really, really enjoy this. And this is coming out in this meatloaf in my newest cookbook that'll be out in a couple weeks. So anyway, I always look forward to your feedback. So you can, on my website, cookingwithgoldie.com, you can email me from there, or you can go to Facebook to my Cooking with Goldie page and leave comments there or messages for me. I'd appreciate it. Thanks so much and take care.